everybody, this is Keith here of Euphoria Pictures. Welcome back to my channel. Right folks, so we are into the month of October, and if you know me, you have to know how much I love this time of year. There's no other month like it. To be able to walk outside your front door and be somewhat uplifted by what you are seeing, whether it's the scattered leaves everywhere, everything has this kind of orange appearance to it. It just looks so beautiful, and no other month of the year makes me feel the way I feel during the month of October. Not only that, but as you know, my favourite movie series of all time is, of course, the Halloween collection. And every October, I like to do a video based on that series. So for this year, I have decided I am going to show my entire Halloween collection. Now, I've done this video once before, around 4 years ago. And my collection was quite big then, and it goes without saying, it's gotten bigger since. So I think what I'm going to have to do here is break the videos up. It's probably going to be done in 3 parts. The one thing about me and YouTube is I do not like putting out long videos. I don't know what it is. I just don't like doing it. So yes, I'm going to have to break them up. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my DVDs first. Work my way onto Blu-ray, 4K, you know, Metalpacks, Steelbooks, box sets, vinyl, busts, you name it. I'm covering everything here. So it goes without saying, I'm not going to be spending too much time with each item because I want to get through it as quickly as possible. So I don't know what way this video is going to go, folks. I don't know if it's going to be a bore fest or if it's going to be a very entertaining video to watch. I don't know. But I hope you enjoy it somewhat. But look, let's get started. And I'm going to start with the movie that started it all. And it is Halloween. Now this is the Anchor Bay release. As you can see, it does come with a nice lenticular cover. You've got the pumpkin, and then you got Michael Myers behind it. And in this set, you get the movie, the theatrical version of it, and you also get the television version. But for some strange reason, around 5 years ago, I opened this up, and the TV version disc is gone. Someone actually came into my house and took it out. And I was never able to get it back, which is a bit frustrating. But yes, Halloween, I remember the day I bought this on DVD. Such an exciting time to see it looking as beautiful as it did on this release. What a day it was. Up next, I've got Halloween 2. Now, this DVD really takes me back because this is the first DVD I ever bought. And the picture quality on this one is absolutely shocking. I am not kidding you. It's like VHS quality. Imagine that, taking that leap to DVD, and then you knock this on. This is the first thing you look at, and all of a sudden you're just watching VHS quality. But there's no way I was ever going to get rid of it because, like I said, it takes me back. Not only that, but it's Halloween 2. No way was I ever getting rid of it. So yes, Halloween 2. This was gifted to me by a friend going by the name of James. It is the 25th anniversary edition of Halloween. And this one is quite amazing. There's quite a lot inside this set. It might be somewhat deceiving when you look at a standard, just a standard Amaray case. But when you actually open it up, you'll see there's 3 discs there for the original Halloween movie. Not only that, but when you flip it over, you'll see there's actually a 4th disc. It is the TV version. And then on the opposite side, you get Halloween 4 and 5 as well. So that was a lovely, lovely gift to receive. The 25th anniversary edition. Then that brings me on to, the Rob Zombie movies. So I'm sure you have to know I'm not a big fan of these movies. This one is not the worst I've ever seen. The sequel is pretty bad. But I was always a fan of the artwork on this one. And naturally, again, it being Halloween, there's no way I was ever going to let it go. So yes, Rob Zombie's Halloween. I know there's a big fan base out there for that movie, as well as Halloween 2. Now, I absolutely hate this one. I don't think I'm ever going to enjoy it. But the one thing I will say is, it's not the worst Halloween movie I've seen. I still think it goes to Resurrection, unfortunately. And that's the inside of Halloween 2. Right, so the same person that gave me the 25th anniversary edition of Halloween, James, he actually also gave me this, which is the 25 Years of Terror. Now, the only horrible thing about this one is I don't actually own a region-free player. So I wasn't able to check this one out because I've heard so many great things about it. But I'm sure in time I will get that region-free player. I will be able to check it out. You also get, when you open this up, you get a comic book inside of Halloween. And I think there's another disc there. That's your bonus material. So yes, Halloween 25 Years of Terror. So that lastly brings me on to a DVD box set that I have of Halloween. This is the complete collection. Now this goes up to Resurrection. I actually had another DVD box set. I think it's kind of like I think it had a kind of blue color scheme to it. And I think it only went up to Halloween 5. And like an absolute dipshit, I sold the box set. And I'm kicking myself that I done that because it's a hard box set to get cheap. Unfortunately, but this was the one that I wanted to get. This is the one that I think everyone wanted to get, and it does simply slide open. You'll see there. You got Laurie and Michael, and it just simply slides open like so. And inside, I'll just quickly show it to you. You got your Halloween. That is Halloween 2. I'm loving the pumpkin disc artwork on that one. Of course, you got Season of the Witch. All original artwork as well. It's always great to see. Halloween 4. And then you've got Revenge of Michael Myers, Halloween 5. The Curse of Michael Myers, so you don't get the producer's cut inside this box set. That is Halloween H20, or H2O, whatever you want to call it. And, of course, the abomination that is Resurrection. So, yes, that is a beautiful set. The only problem is there's a lot of shelf wear starting to show on it, which is a bit of a shame. I really should do more to protect this one. So that is the complete collection, and that's all the DVDs that I'm going to be showing in this segment. So I'm going to move along and give you a close look at some of my Blu-ray releases. Right, so the first Blu-ray I'm going to show in this one is Rob Zombie's Halloween. Now this is a German edition, and the reason to why I opted for this German release is because it was very hard to get on Blu-ray over here at the time. I'm sure it's changed now. I know there was an American release you could get, but unfortunately it was region locked. So that's why I opted for the German release. Not only that, but the artwork is quite nice on it as well. So yes, Rob Zombie's Halloween. So that naturally brings us on to Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Now this is a UK release. It's funny, isn't it? This is widely available, yet we can't get the original. Very, very strange. Now the Blu-ray on this one looks absolutely horrendous. I don't like it. But again, it could be something to do with the fact that the way that the movie was shot, it just doesn't translate well to a good viewing experience. And chances are it's going to be the same if it ever does get released on 4K. But like I said, I just can't get into this movie. But I'm happy there's a fan base out there for it. Right, so up next is another German release. It is Halloween H20 or H2O. Now, the one thing about this release that I absolutely love is you get that iconic scene from the movie. Every time I watch this, it gives me goosebumps. That scene, absolutely incredible. That is the back of it. Now, the good thing about this release is you actually get alternate artwork. That is the disc artwork, and the disc artwork that you're seeing there is basically the alternate artwork that you get. I'm not going to open it, but I'll take it out, but you can get an idea of it there. You can see through it. But there is no way I was going to reverse it, particularly when you get that artwork on it. Now, you might notice that I'm saying H20 or H2O. The reason why I'm doing that is because I'm actually covering my bases. I've done so many videos on H20, and every time someone always stops by the comment section and goes, it's H20, it's not H2O, or it's the opposite. It's amazing the way people find the little things to complain about. Absolutely shocking. So yes, I'm covering my bases here. H20, H2O, whatever way you want to fucking call it. Right, so up next, I have two Blu-rays here. This is German releases once again. This is for Halloween 4 and 5. Now, the reason why I got these ones was because the audio was different on the UK releases. I wasn't too crazy about the true Dolby that we got on the UK ones. These ones had DTS 5.1 audio, and they sounded so much better. So that's why I opted to get these from Germany. So that's, yes, Halloween 4 and 5. Of course, I do have the UK releases as well, and they're slightly different in terms of the actual title. Actually, you know what? Are they different? No, they are actually. Even the artwork is considerably different. So at least they have that going for it. But yes, both of these have true Dolby 5.1 on them. I just wasn't crazy about how they sounded. They weren't particularly that great in terms of their picture quality. But, you know, I was hoping for a good audio experience, but unfortunately we didn't get it. And you got a slightly better audio experience with the German releases. So that is Halloween 4 and 5. This is the 30th anniversary universal release of Halloween 2. Oh, when I seen this movie on Blu-ray for the first time, oh my god, it was such an incredible experience. This Blu-ray does look amazing, but it goes without saying, it looks nothing near as good as the 4K releases that we got for it. So yes, Halloween 2 30th anniversary release. Now, this was an interesting one. It's Halloween 2 again. This is another German release. It is the 30th anniversary. Now, before I do anything or say anything about this release, I just wanted to quickly show it to you first. It does come with this rather nice looking slipcover. And inside that slip, you actually get the Amore. And you've simply just got the title of the movie in a black background, and then Michael's face on the back. And that's the inside of this release. Now, the thing is, when it comes to this, and you've been warned, do not ever buy this version, because it's been cut that badly. I'm not kidding. Every single death that's in Halloween 2, it's been cut out of this release. I am not kidding. It is, you can only imagine how I felt when I bought this, and I paid a bit of money for it. I think it was around 25, 26 euro for it. So you can imagine how I felt when I knocked it on and every single death was actually cut out of the movie. It is absolutely shocking. So, yes, I've been warned, do not go near this release. The reason why I won't get rid of it is because I actually like the slipcover that it comes in. But other than that, load of rubbish. So that brings us on to Halloween. Now, again, going back to when I first seen this movie for the first time on Blu-ray, again, another fantastic viewing experience. I drastically have changed my mind on it now, because when you do look at it, I think the picture is far too vibrant, way too vibrant, and it is taking something away from the actual movie itself. Thankfully, the 4K releases have addressed it, and the 4K is the way to go. So that's Halloween on Blu-ray. So up next, a very nice, beautiful release that was gifted to me by my good friend Connor Gray. It is Halloween 2, and this is the... who is this? Oh my god, what's the name of the company? Something Vision. Via Vision? Is it Via Vision? I think that's what it is. It is Halloween 2. Now, you'll notice that it comes in this absolutely incredible lenticular cover, which I absolutely love. You got that iconic pumpkin on the cover. I'll just quickly show you the spine of this one. And this is the back, and it's just a scene from the movie. Now, what makes this release very, very unique is the fact that it's the first time you ever get the TV cut on Blu-ray. So, when Connor said he was sending this my way, I was absolutely ecstatic. Not only that, but they are very, very limited as well. I think there's only 1,500 copies of them. You get a couple of postcards as well. I've done videos on these, folks. If you want to get a closer look at it, just type in the name of my channel, type in Halloween 2, and you'll find it. So, yes, the Via Vision release of Halloween 2. And that brings me on to the Via Vision release of Halloween 3. So, again, to get that original artwork on lenticular as well is absolutely beautiful. Look at that. The color scheme to it is amazing. And then right around the back, it is probably my favorite scene from the movie. It is right at the end with Tom Atkins. And this is much the same. You get the standard Amore inside. The one thing that makes this release a little bit special is there's an actual audio commentary by the director Joe Dante, which is a very strange choice. I'm not quite sure why he was doing an audio commentary on it, but yes, very surprised to say the least. And you get this little envelope as well, and it just has a couple of postcards. So again, if you want to get a closer look, I've done a video on both of these. They're in the same video. So that's Halloween 2 and 3 via Vision. And the last Blu-ray that I'm going to quickly show you here is the Midnight Classics release of the collection on Blu-ray. I'll tell you one thing, this company should have cut me a check, because the amount of people that I've made aware of this box set was quite staggering. The amount of people that went out and bought it because of my video, it was absolutely incredible. Never seen anything like it, but it is a stunning box set, because as you know, Scream Factory released a complete collection on Blu-ray. It being region locked, I couldn't buy it. Not only that, but they sold out so incredibly quickly. So when an Italian company called Midnight Classics brought this set out, I was all over it. And the one great thing about this edition is you actually do get the producer's cut of Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. So this is the inside of the box set itself. You get one side of Michael Myers, and that is the opposite side. And much like, I won't say it's like this, but it's kind of similar to the DVD box set that I showed. I know a lot of people out there are not fans of the way these discs are done. They're kind of sitting inside. I'm not a big fan of it myself. But that is Halloween. I think there's a mistake on this box set as well, which I'll show you now in a second. But that is Halloween 2. Season of the Witch. And then, of course, you got Halloween 4. Then that's the Curse. Oh, not the Curse. That's Revenge of Michael Myers, Part 5. And then you've got the Curse. Now that might be the theatrical version of it. And then when you flip it over, you've got the producer's cut as well. So that was an added bonus when it comes to this set. That's H20. Now that's the problem. This is the mistake that I thought they made with this. When you actually look at the picture artwork for H20, as you can see, it's from Resurrection. So they made a huge mistake there. And that is the Resurrection one. And then there's just two pictures at the back of it. And inside that set as well, you do get the postcards, and it's basically all the original artwork for each movie as well. So I've done a video on this set as well. Like I said, if you just type in Euphoria Pictures Halloween, you'll come across it. So that is the Midnight Classics release of Halloween, and I'm so ecstatic to have that in my collection. Right, so there you have it, folks. That is the Blu-rays. So I think I'm going to make my way onto 4K, and we'll go from there. Right, so the first 4K I'm going to start with, we're going to move on to the David Gordon Green trilogy. Oh, well, two of them, I should say. It is Halloween 2018. So the artwork on this one is rather simple. You just simply got Michael Myers' mask on the cover, and that is the back of it. Now, I have reviewed this on 4K, and it is one of those minor upgrades over the previous Blu-ray. Now, it's not bad. It's a good looking transfer, no question about it. It's just lacking in terms of that upgrade, put it that way. I think it's more the HDR colours is where you're sort of seeing somewhat of an upgrade. But whatever way you go, whether it's Blu-ray or 4K, you're getting a very good looking transfer. So that's Halloween 2018. Of course, then we have Halloween Kills. And I've said this to a few people when it comes to this movie. This one is slowly becoming one of my favourite sequels in the entire series. And I can't believe I'm saying that, because if you actually watch the video that I done when I reviewed this 4K release, I literally tore the movie asunder. I was so disappointed with it. But I've said it so many times in so many videos. I always stick to the movies. I always give them a second going. And when I watched it the second time, I was like, oh, it's not as bad as I originally thought. And then I kept watching it, and now I absolutely love the movie. It's funny how it works out. But yes, that's Halloween Kills. That's the two David Gordon Green movies, the standard releases. I don't have Halloween Ends. I actually got it in Steelbook form. Maybe someday I should get around to picking up the standard and kind of just complete that collection. So that's the two David Gordon Green Halloweens. Right, up next we have got the original Halloween. And a lot of people complained about the transfer on this one, saying that it was too dull. And after seeing the Scream Factory release, I think I can see what people are talking about. I get it now. It is a little bit too dull, especially when you do compare it to the Scream Factory. But again, take nothing away from the transfer. It still looks beautiful. It really does. So that is the armory that you get inside it. Now, I think you get a couple of postcards inside this. As far as I remember, I think that this was an Amazon UK exclusive. And it was exclusive because you did get the postcards with it. And these are the postcards here. I'll quickly show it to you. This is them. So I think there's just are they all black and white? They probably are all black and white. So yeah, you got probably around 5 of them inside. So yes, that's what makes that release somewhat unique in terms of the art cards themselves. And I don't think that can be bought now, funny enough. I think it's actually out of print, which is strange to say for a standard Amaray release. So yes, Halloween, the original Halloween. Now, this is a very nice release for the original Halloween as well. So if you remember the box set that I showed of the Midnight Classics, the complete collection on Blu-ray, they also brought out this one. And this is Halloween on 4K. The one downside to this release is it didn't come with Dolby Atmos. It was a bit of a down... No, you know what it was? The 4K version that we got for Halloween over here, it came with it's either a true Dolby 7.1 or a DTS 7.1, but this one is a 5.1. So it was a downgrade on the audio. It does slide open simply. You've got that same artwork that we've seen on the main, and you just got Lionsgate logo and the Midnight Factory in the back of it, or Midnight Classics. You also get a postcard inside it of that original artwork. And that is the inside. Now, the one thing about Midnight Classics that I do like is you get this kind of these few pages in here. And they are an Italian company, and it would have been very easy for them just to have it all in Italian. But the way they've done it is they've actually done half the book in Italian, the other half in English. So that's actually quite a nice touch. And that's the other 2 discs that you get inside it. And you'll notice that there's different disc artwork on each disc. This one is the 4K. Then when you go to the back, you got the Blu-ray and you've got the bonus disc as well. So I think I'm right in saying this, that this can be still got on Amazon Italy. And it's a very nice release. Lovely, hard, rigid box it comes in as well. So I highly recommend checking out that label, Midnight Classics. I have a lovely collection from them, and they do bring out some amazing editions. Right, so sticking with the original Halloween, we have got the Scream Factory release of it. Just like the last one, nice hard rigid box on this as well. That was the welcome bonus when it came to these editions. I still haven't really changed my mind on the artwork of these. I'm still not too crazy about them. There is 3 discs inside this. You get the 4K disc, you get the movie on Blu-ray, and you also get there's a color timing presentation on the 3rd Blu-ray, giving everyone a kind of more vibrant looking picture, but nothing near as bad as the Blu-ray that I mentioned earlier. But when you open it up, of course, you do get the original artwork, which is always great to see. And let me just quickly show you the discs. So that's 2 of them there, your 4K, no, your Blu-ray and your color timing Blu-ray presentation, and that's the 4K. And you'll also notice there's a cinema ticket for Halloween Kills. That's when we went to see it. So yes, that is the original Halloween from Scream Factory. So naturally, so we are going to make our way onto Halloween 2. And again, I'm not going to spend too much time with it because the artworks are very, very similar. I was hoping in time they would grow on me. It just doesn't seem to be happening. But take nothing away from everything else, it is absolutely incredible. They are jam-packed with special features. Of course, you do get the television cut as well. It's on DVD, unfortunately. It's a shame they didn't put it out on Blu-ray. and that's the 4K. I'm not too disheartened when it comes to the movie, the TV cut not being on Blu-ray, because I'm not a fan of the cut of that. I don't really look at it that often. But it, you know, it would be nice, I suppose, to get it on Blu-ray, but I have it on the Via Vision edition, so there you go. Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. Now this one is my favourite artwork out of all the Scream Factory titles. Of course, you got the 3 iconic masks. And the 4K transfer on this one, folks, I am not kidding. It looks absolutely incredible. I thought there was no way they could possibly improve on the Blu-ray, but somehow they managed it. It's a stunning transfer. But the one selling point when it comes to all of these movies for me on 4K is the Dolby Atmos soundtracks. Every single one of them, up to the first 5 that is, they sound fantastic. And they sound like I've never heard them sound as good as they do with these releases. So that's Halloween 3. Halloween 4, Return of Michael Myers. I think this is hands down one of the most underrated sequels out there. I'm a huge fan of it, and I think Dwight Little did an amazing job in this one. And to see Scream Factory go through all the effort when it comes to this release, it would have been so easy just for them to focus on the first 3 and then leave the rest. But to see them put so much effort into them is quite amazing. It really is. And that is the 2 discs inside. Another stunning, and I mean stunning looking 4K transfer. You have no complaints, particularly when you see the Blu-rays. The Blu-rays look terrible. So we've got Revenge of Michael Myers, and this is my least favourite in terms of the artwork. Now this one is kind of having the opposite effect on me when it comes to the movie itself. It seems like every time I watch it, it is getting a little bit worse for me, which is a bit of a shame. But that's what happens when you bring in a director who simply does not care about the series. Like, have you ever seen the Michael Myers house in this? It looks like something from a Tim Burton movie. It's laughable how bad it is. And that is the 2 discs inside. So that is Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. So then that brings us on to the complete box set. Well, the 3 movies, the last 3 from Scream Factory. So this is covering The Curse, H20 and Resurrection. So I think it's very strange that Scream Factory brought this box set, like it only came in a box set. You couldn't buy these movies separately. I think we all know why they done that, because they knew... Well, having said that, I was going to say they probably knew people wouldn't buy Resurrection. But I think people still would have, just to complete the collection. But what makes this box set so special is you get those hard boxes inside this, which they really do look amazing. Again, I just wish the artwork was a little bit better on them. But other than that, I have no complaints. So this is The Curse of Michael Myers Part 6. And yes, you do get the producer's cut inside this as well. And it is on 4K. So, I'm not quite sure if the producer's cut makes the movie better. I think when I first seen it, I thought maybe it does. But much like Halloween 5, the more I seem to watch it, I find myself kind of leaning back towards the theatrical version. But it's not one of the best... Oh! It's not one of the best Halloween movies you're ever likely to see. Sorry, one of the discs fell out there. But that's... my God, these discs are not staying in. There we go. I'm going to hold them in. But that's the disc that you have inside it. And I think there's one more in the back. And surprise, surprise, that's fallen out as well. And that's it there. So sorry about that, folks. For some strange reason, the discs are falling out in this one. So yes, like I said, Halloween, Curse of Michael Myers, you do get the producer's cut. Not only that, jam-packed with special features as well. So that brings us on to Halloween H20. And this is, again, another one of my favourites when it comes to the sequels. I remember seeing this in the cinema. I thought it was such an experience. It really, really was. I remember seeing H20 for the first time, the trailer to it. And when you see Jamie Lee Curtis and her walking with the axe in her hand, and then she shouts out Michael, oh, it gave me goosebumps. It really did. It was an incredible scene. And to actually feature that in the trailer, I thought that was a bit ballsy, because it's probably one of the best scenes in the movie. It's up there. Either that scene or the first encounter where they come face to face with each other. And it goes without saying, folks, but the 4K transfer on this one does look quite amazing as well. So that is the H20 edition from Scream Factory. And that lastly brings us on to this absolute heap of shit, Halloween Resurrection. The last time I watched this, I got around 30 minutes in. I had to knock it off. Busta Rhymes he's ridiculous in the movie. It's the only word that comes to mind. There's a scene in it, I think, where he starts patting himself on the back. And I looked at Ellen and I was like, you know what? I have enough of this movie. I can't watch it anymore. But it was part of the set, and even if it didn't, you know, if these did come out separately, chances are I still would have bought it just to complete the collection. But yeah, I just can't get into it. I cannot get into it. And the heartbreaking thing about this movie is, and it is shocking, my favourite sequel in the entire series is Part 2, naturally so. And that was directed by Rick Rosenthal. And they brought Rick back to direct this one. And when I heard he was coming back to do this, I was genuinely excited. But then, when you see how it turned out, it's funny how it works out. He directed my favourite sequel, and he's also directed the worst Halloween movie in the series. Such a shame. Right, so that is the Scream Factory releases. So, I have a couple of Mediabooks here, 2 Mediabooks that I'm going to quickly show you. The first one is Halloween 3. Now, this is an NSM edition. It's a German release as well. I seen these. I just fell in love with the artwork on them. Look at that. Look at the colour scheme to it. It just looks so beautiful. Not only that, but these are quite limited as well. There's only 1,111 of them, which you'll see on the back. It's right here. There you go. So quite limited. But there also is different variants that you can get for this Mediabook. For instance, when you look at this disc artwork here, you can get that in Mediabook form. And if you don't like that, you can also get... I was going to say, I thought this showed... I'm almost certain there is another variant that you can get out there. I thought the disc art was going to be on it. I thought it was this one here, but it's not. But there is a third one you can get. But it was this one that I fell in love with. When I seen the artwork, and I knew I needed it for my collection. So yes, a German media book of Halloween 3, and then of course we've got Halloween 2 in media book form, and that's probably one of my favourite deaths in the movie. So naturally, when I seen this artwork, I knew I needed to pick it up. The one downside when it comes to both of these media book releases is the audio. You get no Dolby Atmos with them, and trust me, that is a huge downgrade, because both of them movies in Atmos sound absolutely extraordinary. And just like the Halloween 3 edition, you can get another variant with that artwork here, which looks rather nice. And I think you might see the other artwork on the opposite side, if I'm right in saying that. No, I thought there was, but there is, trust me, there is 3 variants out there. And that's the Blu-ray that you get inside this. So there you go, folks. That is everything when it comes to the 4K releases that I have for the Halloween series. And I think now is the best time to finish this video, because something's telling me it's already got on for a bit too long. But I promise I will be back. I think I'm going to start with the Steelbooks and then the Metalpacks. I'm hoping to maybe show the rest of my collection. Try and do it in 2 parts. That's the hope anyway. But we'll see how it works out. So there you have it, folks. So as per usual, if you did like what you see here, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you could leave a comment down below. And please share your thoughts on everything that I've showed in this video. And yeah, I hope to see you all again real soon with my next video. Until then, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.